Right, there we go. So welcome guys, my name is Nemaz Red and I am casting the match between Yo and Zuppi. This is Legacy of the Huns final stage, second game now. And without further ado, let's just start this already, shall we? Alright, so we got Zuppi on the left hand side and Yo on the right hand side, bottom right hand side here. Starting with Zuppi, looking at his map, we see that this is actually quite decent. He has a little wood line in the back there, two wood lines in the front. Unfortunately, this ugly pond over here, always a potential danger. The good thing is his gold is kinda in the back, and he could work his way with his palisades in order to wall it off and secure this area to have safe gold for now, which is always something really good. The stone here on the left hand side of his base, obviously not the best position. But not to talk of this gold, obviously just off a position on top of this hill. The second stone also not good, but what I really like is this gold. He could work with this one. He doesn't even have to play too aggressively here. Obviously his left hand side of this, the left hand side of his base is fully exposed. But the fact that his gold is safe for now gives him the opportunity to play it a bit more safe if he wanted to. We'll see about that though. Just dropping in this obligatory chat off thing here, and also tuning in with the chat because I was not expecting this to work here. Just a second there guys, and then I'll just go over to Yo space there. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, kinda, I guess so. I mean, it's just a little bit awkward here with Twitch at the moment, but those things happen. We just gotta do our best here. So yeah, on the right hand side we got Yo. And looking at his base, it looks slightly worse. Not even slightly, it looks significantly worse. The second gold here on the left hand side is definitely in an awkward position. On this hill here. This whole hill is just not good for his base, as this would allow Zuppi, his opponents, to apply a lot of pressure. Chris, what's up man? And on the right hand side, he has this gold over there, also really exposed. Though he could secure it somehow with some walling as well. Palisades still quite far away and therefore not easy to maintain the safe situation here once the palisades are up. But his stone is on the back. Even though it's on a hill, it's still in the back of his base, and this would allow him to go for towers quite conveniently there, if he really wanted to though. He also has this wood line in the back, which is totally fine. Therefore, yeah, this is it for the moment. Looking at the distance between those two, I mean, both are on the other sides of the map there, on the left hand side, on the right hand side. So if they wanted to go for some man-at-arms, obviously they would need to put the barracks closer to each other. But looking at the numbers of villages on number camps, it's 3 for Yo and a lot more for Zuppi. But both are going for deer, which indicates most likely them going for either scouts. I mean, I'm pretty sure for Yo. But for Zuppi, he could also go for man-at-arms if he wanted to. But obviously in the Huns matchup here, Huns War, it would make sense to go for the enemy as soon as possible. And I think that going for scouts therefore would make sense the most. As we all know that the Huns have really good stables, really fast stables. But looking at the facts here, it looks like we have got two different approaches. Yo's clicking up with 21 pop and Zuppi with 22. Therefore, it really looks like Zuppi is going for some kind of either late scrush or man-at-arms. Not sure though, not sure. He's clicked up with 22 pop. That is normally something you go for when you do man-at-arms. But I see no villagers on gold, therefore not sure. We're gonna see. I'm sure he has his own plans. But for Yo, it's pretty straightforward. And I like the way he treats this hill over here. He places his forward buildings, or just his military buildings here over there, just to make sure that the enemy won't be able to control the hill. He's going for scouts. Yeah, most likely, but still late. That's important to mention, because Yo will reach fuel age with a 9:46. Excellent timing there, in my opinion. For Zuppi significantly later, as he's going up with one villager later, which could also explain the way the bases are created, right? As Zuppi has the advantage of being able to play it more slowly if he wanted to. He can play it in a kind of defensive way, and at the same time profit with a better economy, having one more villager. But as we can see, Zuppi is going for a villager, and this will be his first kill. Alright, so one villager is down. The damage is done by Zuppi. That was quite fortunate for him to be able to do so. And yeah, so we can see it here, the stables are up, the scouts are incoming, as well as this defensive spearman. Always a good way to defend your own base, especially if you don't have the walls. For now, two spearmen are doing a lot of work here. They will secure some area here. The left hand side of this base is safe. And interestingly though, Zuppi is still playing it more aggressively here. He is able to get out with his scouts, just waiting to have a decent number here. With 3 he should be able to go for some raiding. But Yo is ready for this one, as he has his own spearmen and also a set of scouts to defend. Right, so this is the situation for now. And yeah, Zuppi needs to win this matchup here. Otherwise, it'll be GG very soon, as Yo would get his second point over there, second win, and it's best of 3, and therefore the game would be over really fast. Alright, Chris. Alright, thanks for stopping by, man. Hope to see you very soon in some other tournaments. Take care. So yeah, guys, as we can see, the raid is taking place here right now, right here. Some decent raiding here, indeed. The spearmen arriving a bit too late, and the scouts are able to do a lot of work here, getting one villager, creating a lot of idle time. But the same is also valid to say for Yo here, as he got one villager. That's unfortunate for Zuppi. And interestingly though, we can see that a lot more scouts are there for Zuppi. Therefore he's able to defend if he wanted to. Or even, once he's done with this here, he could even add these scouts here to his remaining army in the front, which would be devastating. Still difficult, as there is a good number of spearmen right now. And this will make it quite impossible to go for some raiding, at least on this side of the map. And the left hand side is being walled fully. Alright, so we got this shift going on. Zuppi going for bloodlines, which will make sure that his scouts are more tankier. And with 2 archer ranges, we will probably see some archers incoming later. Probably some shift into cav archers once this game goes into castle age. This is my guess here, as we got a decent number on gold as well, which will make sure that Zuppi can click up once he has the right amount of resources. And also, he's going to be able to afford his archers there for now. Right, so this is it. We got this decent number of scouts by Zuppi, while the scouts of Yo have been parked to the left hand side of this map. Yo will play it a bit more defensively, it seems, for now, as he is walled up nearly completely here. And he's engaging in a really bad fight, losing his new fresh scouts there. 2 scouts just died here to this big number of enemy scouts by Zuppi. So yeah, a couple of archers also incoming. Now this could be dangerous for Zuppi though. If the scouts are able to spot this one, would be really easy for them to take care of this army here. But not gonna happen. Instead, Yo even going for the base of Zuppi indeed, which could cause a lot of economical damage if done correctly. But first of all, he needs to deal with the spearman at least. Alright, there we go. Unfortunate stuff. He is about to lose his scouts if he continues like that. Well done though. I like what Yo did here. getting one villager, trading his own scout there. It's fine. And Zuppi applying a decent amount of pressure here. I was going to say this is going to be just a shift into Castle Age, but no. We got some archers here, also nice number of scouts. Now, Yo is being forced to put down a tower, as this army of spearmen would be able to deal with the scouts easily, but with the archers, it will be more difficult to do so, as they will be able to snipe off those spearmen quite easily. But now with this tower, this side is secured for now. Also, the archers not the... Oh, now they're more dangerous, I was going to say. He just got fletching there, and it's good for Yo to do the same. Interestingly though, getting up this tower, he has his own double arch range, but no skirmishes incoming so far as I can tell. And now that he is fletching, he could engage here. Meanwhile, we have this little fight here in the middle of the map. Right. So, Zuppi being pushed out of Yo's base here for now. But this hill, still a good position for Zuppi to stay at, in my opinion. Especially if he goes for curve archers. This could be a nice spot to bait Yo, actually, here. To get some uphill advantage or something like this. Yeah, could be possible. Also, on the right hand side, since everything is walled, it could be difficult for Zuppi to enter. I think the left hand side looks quite nice for that. Luckily though for Yo, he has this wood line in the back, therefore this wood line that looks really terrible and really vulnerable is not creating an opportunity for Zuppi to snipe off villagers. Meanwhile, we have this little fight here and there. Look at the resources for now. A lot of wood for Zuppi. Interesting. And also a decent amount of gold for now. He will be able to click up very soon. A bit sooner than Yo. Right, there we go. Zuppi is clicking up now. And now we gotta ask ourselves what kind of approach he wants to go for. If he puts down the third archer range, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. He has enough wood to do so, to place it down. But so far he's still going for more archers, probably to reinforce there. To get his archers number up, number of archers up, and then click up for crossbows and then bodkin arrow. This could be a good way to cause a lot of damage. Especially this gold looks vulnerable in my opinion. I don't know if he spotted that one already, but yeah, I mean, he knows about the fact that this gold is being used. You will eventually find out that this is going to be walled for now, but with crossbows it is going to be possible to go through this passage. Therefore I like this attempt of Yo placing down a tower. Defensive playstyle for sure. Still a good thing to do. He just needs to make sure that this tower is actually going up. Looks good for now. And now Yo actually doing the same as well as Zuppi. Going for some zoning for now with his archers. As he's also going for Castle Age. He'll have his crossbows very soon, but this army is going to be neutralized as this is incoming here. Alright. Okay, so there we go. Castle Age has been reached by Zuppi. Interestingly, a second stable, so we will most likely see some of those knights, it seems. Didn't think so. Also this TC on the right hand side to secure this area. Also to secure this gold. Good choice. Also third TC, this is really interesting by Zuppi now. Does he really want to go for some economical approach here? I mean, he could play it more aggressively as Yo was playing it more defensively here, walling his whole base up. Also going for a second TC for now. The reason I say so is because I don't see Yo going out and apply a lot more pressure after this little army of crossbows. With this base, it indicates that he should play it more. I don't want to say super defensively, but he plays it safe. That is for sure. You can also see the fact that the calf archers going inside here. Just make sure that nothing wrong is taking place here. And then when the number of archers is fine here, calf archers, he would then go out. So a bit surprised by Zuppi here to go for this approach, with the boom type of approach, which will of course make it more difficult to maintain villager production for 3 TCs, and also constant knight production. There we see it. So far he is using his resources efficiently, and he has a decent number of farms up at the moment, but he needs still more in order to make this properly here. We can see it, a little bit idle time here and there. Should be different for Yo though, as he has a decent number of he had a good number of wood there, which made it possible to go for multiple TCs. He will have no problems with this setup to go for more archery, calf archers there, as they only need wood and gold and no food. So it's a bit different for Zuppi here. But what I like the most, you know it people, if you heard me casting here on Zuppi Official numerous times, you know I like to see knights with +2, just beautiful stuff. And now we may see the first engagement here, both sides, no, I'm taking this back. Only Yo has bot Conqueror for now. Makes sense, as Zuppi doesn't seem to commit into archers any further. Instead he went for the +2 defense from the knights. That could be able to deal with this over here, but a single knight of course would be just a waste here. Also we have to keep in mind that this left hand side is fully open, which is quite brave of Zuppi to do so. This is why I said, you know, going for more of aggressive gameplay would make sure that Yo won't approach him that easily. But right now there's an engagement and Zuppi is forced to win this one for sure, as otherwise the calf archers will be able to go into the space and cause more havoc. So far the base is, the main core of the base is safe. This gold especially is safe due to the TC. And yeah, he's able to push away those calf archers for now. With +2 knights, certainly more convenient to do so. Right, looks fine for now. And we see some more pressure here in front of Yo's base. This mangonel, the second mangonel that he has here, could be really useful. Yep, nice stuff, good shot, one more and it's really good. Good stuff, I like to see this one. This was rather unfortunate, the last shot, but should be fine. Mangonel is certainly a good way to deal with incoming calf archers, if done correctly, if microed correctly obviously. But also if you're skilled enough you can also dodge incoming mangonel attacks. We've seen it in Legacy of the Huns a couple of games ago in qualification round number 4 I believe it was. There was a white cord against Spaden, just some awesome calf archer micro that we've seen. Alright. So I think Zuppi should not engage anymore, as he is only not his knights, and these crossbows are great support for his calf archers, doing a lot of damage. The weed man, what's up? Yeah, sorry about this one, man. I mean, you probably heard in my own Discord I was saying that we had some technical issues because of Twitch basically, but good enough, it was good enough as Twitch was able to solve the issue and now we're back, so I'm thankful. Oh yeah, this TC is actually being denied, it seems so. Ooh. Or is it? Oh my, he could have prevented this one from going up, but now all the villages are done for. So yeah, we gotta ask ourselves what kind of things both sides need to do in order to win this one, or somehow technically win this one, theoretically win this one. I certainly think that finding counters against those calf archers is a way to go, especially if the enemy has a fair number of crossbows still, and also a bigger number of calf archers. Going for skirms should be fine, especially when engaging together with the knights, as nice supporting unit here in fights. Mangonels would be also good, but difficult to handle, especially with big numbers. of Cav Archers, they would be able to snipe off Mangonels somehow, especially if there's an unfortunate uphill advantage. It could be quite a waste of resources. But having 1 or 2 Mangonels, defensive Mangonels, would be nice to buy some time, as this army could now just enter without any problems. They will probably enter without any problems. Zuppi, thankfully, smart enough to anticipate this one and puts the elite skirmishers in the right position there to deal with this situation. So for now it's fine, just one villager lost there, a fair amount of idle time though, but that kind of things just happen. Now it's for Zuppi to create more damage here. He does nice damage, he cleared up most of the crossbows I believe. Also thinking about Yo's point of view there here, it makes sense to go for pikemen obviously. He could have even gone for monks, but that would of course require a lot of gold there that he needs to spend into his Cav Archers. Therefore I can understand going for that kind of approach. Still, he gets out his own siege workshop probe to deal with incoming skirmishes as well. So let's see what's gonna happen. Both have the right ideas, both go for the right choices in my opinion. So far we don't see any major mistakes by neither of them. So I like it. Quite nice. For the final stage I've expected nothing less though, as we have excellent players fighting against each other. Yo obviously, super good player, Zuppi as well. Really looking forward to seeing all the upcoming matches here. We've got some beautiful Legacy of the Huns matches upcoming this week. I believe tomorrow we have one, also on Saturday we have MBL against Compton. Good stuff incoming. So yeah, Zuppi is inside the base of Yo, but cannot deal too much of damage. He was able to get 3 villagers there, but he is going to pay dearly now, as this amount of Cav Archers is able to pretty much get those knights one by one. The pressure is still on by Zuppi, and he just needs to be fully aware of what's happening here, as this Mangonel is approaching. This could be some devastating shot there, but he saw this one. He should have maybe even went to the left hand side, you know. Too much damage. This could have been avoided. He knew about the Mangonel, and by moving right he was actually leveling the hill advantage there. I mean, he had an advantage there. He could have gotten less damage there, in my opinion, if he stayed up there or went to the left. Instead he went to the right. Therefore, well, that happens. So Yo is aware of the situation, that this is quite of a hot spot there for Zuppi to attack. Placing this castle here makes sense, even though this has more purpose than just securing this hill. Also, those 2 goals are being secured with this move. But Zuppi is aware of this, and now he goes for an all-in Knights havoc here. He goes and tries to get as many villagers as possible. It seems that he fully ignores every other enemy unit there. He just goes for the villagers there. Actually done correctly, as the villager numbers are now equal. It's 106 for Yo and 107 for Zuppi. But Yo is having his lead once again here. It's at least considering villagers. His economy seems to be working a little bit better, even though he has more idols for now. Military-wise, it's quite equal. Still, there is now the backwards movement by Yo. He is going to the front with his decent number of Cav Archers, as well as some nice meat shields here. The knights will take care of these skirmishes pretty nicely, even though I don't like this fight too much. Gotta be honest, a bit too many too much of the casualties, considering his Cav Archers there. Now the spearmen are incoming. That's actually nice to deal with incoming knights. Not nice against skirmishes, obviously. But meanwhile, Yo is clicking up. So what could he do? And I was going to say we are going to see some Tarkans. I told you guys, especially in qualification round number 3 and 4, we've seen Spring especially going for Tarkans, as he's quite familiar with the usage of that. And Tarkans have a really nice momentum when they're being created, and when you go for Marauders especially, right? And then Elite Tarkans, if the economy allows, there is going to be a situation, a little window of opportunity in which Zuppi will struggle against this one. Or he anticipates this one. I am not sure. as Tarkans actually do really well, even if there's an amount of halberdiers facing them. I've seen Spring, for instance, being really successful in these kind of situations, as he somehow manages to get up his numbers with the Tarkans and is just superior then. Alright, so also Zuppi is approaching and going for Imp. Conscription now incoming by Yo. That means that his units are being created faster, obviously. Let's see about this Tarkans, right? So they're still in the castle of Yo. We're gonna ask ourselves when they're being produced, if more stables are being put down. And if so, where will they be put down? How is this gonna be? For now, everything seems pretty calm, as both sides are just preparing their next moves here. Plate barding armor incoming, guilds incoming by Yo. He just wants to use the market there for sure. Elite Tarkan as well, most importantly. And we see Squire's chainmail armor by Zuppi. He is probably aware of what's gonna happen here, and he will most likely go for halberdiers as soon as he can. Just needs to wait a bit more. Like 20 seconds and then it's gonna be fine. Forward castle by Zuppi. I am not sure if I like this one, as he is behind in time. He's just reaching Imperial Age right now. I feel this could be a great opportunity for Yo to strike, but his military numbers are just too low. They're just too low at the moment, so I think Zuppi will be fine with this move here. For now, but only because the numbers of Tarkans is not that big. The range between the two castles are fine, therefore the Tarkans won't be as efficient. Interesting stuff. We maybe could see this one fail by Yo, but let's see about this one. Let's be patient first of all. Halberdiers incoming. Alright, he waits for this one, and now he goes for the Tarkans. But still, you see how they engage? You see how they engage? It's odd to see this one, but it's actually happening here. What's rather unfortunate, yeah, I was going to say this barracks was unfortunate, but those kind of things happen. Those kind of things simply happen. Right, so the Tarkans are doing work, mostly, which is raiding. As we can see, they're doing really, really good work here. And once they're inside, once they're there to infest other bases, as in right now here, what we see here, it's gonna be hard to deal with it. The halberdiers aren't fast enough to catch up. They need to somehow find a shortcut and then you know, just be in front of the Tarkans then when approaching, when engaging. It's going to be difficult. Alright, so the trap war has started, but is being delayed for now, as the Tarkans are there in order to attack those traps. Alright, and as we can see here, the Tarkans are inside. It doesn't look too good for Zuppi right now. We gotta ask ourselves what to go for now, but I gotta say, he actually does the right moves here, the Zuppi, but he needs more of the halberdiers. Otherwise, it's gonna be all pretty soon, which I don't hope. I want to see a third game, that is for sure. Just for the sake of entertainment here. But this incoming army of Tarkans, wow, just we see here stables everywhere. Even if this castle is lost, I feel that the problem at the moment is inside of Zuppi's base, as he goes for the resources here and there, especially gold and TCs to cause idle time here and there. But once he takes care of the situation in the middle, it should be fine. But going for walls would have been so much more important before. Well, let's see. He is making progress in the front though, talking about Zuppi at the moment. It's still tough. He is suffering a lot. Villager counts, you can see it. 137 to 92 there. Zuppi doesn't even have 3 figures anymore. It's not good. He will fall back in economy. He is falling back at the moment. While his military numbers are fine, most of the units are trash though. As in halberdiers and skirmishers. The next army of elite Tarkans are incoming. This doesn't look good at all. Yeah, if he goes for this castle, this could be devastating for sure. Also, forward castle over there. AK Serium, what's up, man? Nice to have you here. Alright. Now this is a best of 3. This is a best of 3. This is the final stage. But it's we got a round of 16 now. This is one of those matches. It's a best of 3. Okay, I feel that the targets are doing too much of work here. The numbers are just too low. Oh, guys, I am not a fan of calling it a GG, right? It's a GG. Oh my god, it's a GG. Guys. Yeah, okay, I mean, good game, good game. Unfortunate, man. I would have loved to see a third game. I would have loved to see the first game, most importantly, but I wasn't able to do so. I mean, all of the Twitch streamers before 11 GMT weren't able to do so due to technical reasons, as I've said multiple times. But yeah, it's over, guys. ATST man is there. Go cast the wreck. Yeah, that is something I will go for tonight, that is for sure. But for now, I think it's okay. It's okay. I'm looking at the time here, the clock. It's I gotta go to work in 30 minutes. So actually this would have been, I mean, I could have taken a train later or so. So I would have been able to stay here for 40 or 50 minutes. Let's see. How long was the first game though? And how do I let's see. Now I feel I'm gonna do this tonight anyway, as I want to recast the games of qualification round number 4. So I will do everything just with one flow instead of going for one more game like that, which is actually a good idea by Arion. Gotta say though, I respect that one. Thanks. But I guess, I mean, I want to do it tonight anyway on Vubli Official, not on my own channel. It's gonna be most likely gonna be at 21 GMT. 21:30 GMT, let's say like that, somewhere around there. If you follow me, I mean, if you follow us on Vubli Official, you'll be notified anyway. And I'll most likely go for some recast there. I want to catch up with all of the qualification round number 4 games, and also I believe yesterday there was a match and stuff like this. We're gonna do it tonight, guys. No problem, no problem. Alright, so I think that this is it. Was a rather short stream of 30 minutes. But glad that you tuned in, guys. Would have been way better if I would have been able to start, let's say, 2 or 3 hours earlier, which was my intention. I woke up earlier for this one, but it didn't work. Unfortunate stuff inside. I'm still raging, but I'm glad that it worked, at least a tiny bit, and I've been able to cast the second game fully. It was good timing. And yeah, guys, probably see you tonight on Vubli Official. If not, you're gonna see him on my own channel. But for now, that's it from me. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, hopefully see you tonight. And also, there's gonna be Weekend Smackdown on Saturday, 12 GMT if I'm correct. Yep, it should be 12 GMT. And also, there's gonna be Legacy of the Huns on the weekends. I will be there. I'll make sure. And yeah, everything on Vubli Official. So see you next time, guys. Take care.